Hi, this is Scott the Tall Woodworker. Welcome to my shop. Today, I'm going to turn a couple of these mini telescoping stylus pens. So the supplier I normally go to for pen kits had a whole bunch of these things on clearance, and as of right now, I can't even buy them anymore. So I bought a series of them thinking that I could turn all of these extra cutoffs that I have from other pens into some pens to quickly sell on my Etsy store. These are really nice. They're small, portable, can fit easily into a pocket or into a purse. They have a clip on one end, a stylus nib on the other, so you can use it with a smartphone or a tablet. And if you unscrew the cap, there is a pen that telescopes out, spring-loaded, and you can use it as a writing implement. And then when you're done, you just close it back up, twist the cap, and put it in your pocket. So I'm going to turn out a couple of these for you right now in this video. I will be posting another video if you're interested in how I actually batch the process. Try to find some time-saving techniques so that I can turn these out as quickly as possible. I hope you like the video, and please hit that thumbs up icon to show that you like the video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. For now, let's get on the lathe and get turning. First step I do is using a small pen center finder. I'm finding the exact center of both of these. Then using a center punch tool, I put a little dimple, bring it over to the drill press, and start boring out the hole. The capacity of my drill press isn't that great, so I have to make several adjustments on here. In fact, I even have to adjust the drill bit right there to make it long enough to go through this pen blank. Once I get them drilled out, it's time to glue the tubes inside of the pen blanks. And now we go back to the drill press where we use a pen mill to square off the ends. On the left you'll see a Southwest color grain, and on the right is a multi-wood laminated blank. I've turned pens using both of these blanks before. In fact, both of these are separate smaller cutoffs that I've glued together to make the blanks for this project. By putting two blanks on the lathe at the same time, I'm able to turn two pens at the same time. This dramatically reduces the amount of time per pen it takes me to make each one. The color grain blank turned down pretty quickly, so it was time to move over to the laminated wood blank. However, my friend Murphy decided to show up with his frickin' law, and the end of it basically blew out. The funny part is that's not where I put any glue at all. It actually tore out the grain of one of the layers and completely destroyed the Paduke. So I decided to grab another blank that was going to be turned anyway and turn this one down as part of this video. This one is a Spalted Tamarind. This blank turned down super quick. I was actually surprised at how quickly this turned, and before I knew it, I was back to where I was with the laminated blank. After shaping down the blanks to the bushings, it was time to get started on sanding. Every woodworker loves sanding. Because these blanks had similar colors in that shade of brown, I wasn't afraid to use the same strip of sanding paper on both sides. I didn't have any color bleed whatsoever on the color grain blank. So as per usual, I go through each one of my grits, sand the blanks with the lathe turned on, then turn off the lathe and rub the sandpaper side to side to get rid of any circular marks. Normally with wood pens, I like to use more of a wood finish to preserve the feel of the wood. However, for these, because there is a chance that they may get banged around in a pocket or a purse, I decided to use a CA superglue finish. So, apply a little bit of superglue onto a paper towel, rub it in, and then let it spin for a few seconds and use some activator to harden it. Rinse and repeat about 5 times. Once the CA glue was fully cured, it was time to polish them down using the micro mesh pads. I use the same technique as I do with the sandpaper. Turn on the lathe, do a wet sanding with the micro mesh, then turn it off and rub side to side to get rid of any circular marks. There are 9 micro mesh pads to go through. I follow the on and off method for the first 5 or 6, and then the remaining I just keep the lathe on until I get to the last sanding pad. The assembly of this pen is actually quite complex. There's a lot of little pieces and a lot of little baggies for each of those pieces. Down below, you can see all of the finished pens I've done with this kit. This is actually the last one to assemble. There's the finished pen, and once again, the telescoping internal pen mechanism. So there you go, the finished product. You can see that I have actually a larger collection than what I just showed in the video. As I said, I tried to do about 12 of these. Unfortunately, 2 of them did have failures, one of which you saw in this video. This is something that I really can't come back from in terms of this particular blank. It was going to look really nice, but the area that blew out is just completely irreparable. So normally I try to do whatever I can to fix something like this, but in this case I just looked at it as a loss. If you're interested in any of these, please check out my Etsy store in the link below. And until next time, thanks for coming to my shop.